Hello and welcome to the last part and also day of our trip. We are still in Berlin. And on our way to find some breakfast. So just over there is the checkpoint Charlie. We drove around this last night when we arrived. And now we're just gonna have a look where we can find something to eat. The Mall of Berlin is just around the corner, so we're gonna go there and have a look, because why not? And yeah, let's see what else we can find before we head home. And we got some electric buses here again. Can't see it from the side, but it should be an eBusco electric bus. And there's another one on the other side of the street. Alarm! Alarm! So this is electric. Yep, eBusco right there. And another one just over there. Love it. Just got us our breakfast here. Now heading back to our hotel just over there with this fancy art in front of it. Getting our stuff and then to the car and on the road. I think I didn't show you our nice pretty hotel room yet. So not too big, not too small, pretty nice with a nice TV, and I got my hands full bathroom here. So that's nice. Can completely suggest you to go here because looking good, price is okay, and location is perfect. You can walk everywhere. Everything you want to see in Berlin, at least around the center, you can find here. So that's quite nice. We got our breakfast, we got our stuff packed, whatever, and now heading towards home. Alrighty, here we are in the car. Let's head home and see what it tells us where we should charge. Berlin for 0 minutes. Yeah, well, let me see. No, for 30 minutes, but we should go there with 46%. That's one hell of a stupid route again. There's this one before, but 150 only. Okay, I can see why you won't do that. And this is Nempitz. There we would go anyway, but that's also a V2. Leipzig Flughafen. That might be better, but 150 kilometers might work out. Let's end this route and try it out. Nope, that's a 150. Come on. Leipzig Airport. Let's see what you say. Without charging stops, would we make it? Or do you really want us to charge somewhere over here? Minus 7%. Yeah, and let's not stretch it too much. Then we are gonna go. Can you do north up, please? Is there one a bit further out? 250, 250. Let's go to this one then. It's even a bit cheaper. Yeah. Alright, so 43% state of charge. Or let me just look up. We can charge at non-superchargers. I think that's the better solution, but we're too close to all chargers here, so I have to plan it myself. Let me just have a look for that. Okay, so we got a fast charger down here, and we're routing to that. 400 something kilowatts theoretically total EV charge. That's fine. We would have some alternative over here I think Linte is Ionity as well, so that would be possible. But yeah, there are some alternatives on that route, so we're gonna go that way. We would be arriving with 7% if everything works out as planned, and if not, then we have alternatives to bail out earlier. So that's nice. Let's go. We're not even outside of Berlin yet, and we're already in heavy traffic. Seems to be only for a bit, but still really stressful and annoying. Let's hope we don't have too much traffic on the rest of our way home. That would be awesome. It's Monday, so should be good. So yeah, whatever. And I don't know what he does, because he should have some room on the left for emergency vehicles and stuff. Go to the right of the lane, stupid. With his ugly EQB. Coming up right now is the former border between Eastern Germany and Western Berlin, if I remember correctly. So you can see the old buildings just here to the right and to the left. That's looking pretty interesting. Always love to see it. Just a part of history here. Always nice to see. We just left the highway to get to the charger. The car already just said that we're almost too far from known chargers, but it seems like no one's ever charging their Tesla on a Total charger, which is relatable because they are shit. But anyway, we're going there. We're gonna arrive with 8%. We still got 9 in the battery, so I got it down a bit from the 15 we had sometime on the Autobahn in the construction sites that were there. Yeah, now we're going some nice B roads here for because the next exit was blocked, so we needed to exit at the last one to get to the charger. We will be there in 10 minutes. It's 10 kilometers to go, so that's awesome. And look at this, not well maintained, but well-placed road here. Looking awesome. We just arrived at the charging station and the car is panicking because it thinks that we can charge. Yes, I know. We are at a Total gas station, but they also have chargers here. And pretty nice ones, I have to say. With a roof and air and vacuums and stuff. That's pretty nice. But we have to work with those ABB stations with the Huber-Schuner connectors. Yep. Let's get that in here. Heavy one-handed operation. Let me just authorize that real quick. And of course, we parked at the one that's out of order. Wow! Perfect. Just authorized. Contactors are going pretty heavily. Contactors in here going as well. Preparing to charge. Let's see how long that takes. Also nice that the station's in English already. Contactors in the car are going, and here we are charging up. Looking good. What speeds can we get? 31 kilowatts. Ramping up slowly, or maybe faster than we can see because its refresh is so slow. "31 kilowatts isn't everything we're getting, is it? That would be a disaster." Let's see what the car says. 31 kilowatts. And why is that? Software. Model 3 Standard Plus service. Enable. I want to see if it's because of the car or because of the station. I would guess it's because of the station. We got 30 degrees in the battery. That's definitely a station problem. Let me just switch stations and hope that we can get better speeds than 31 kilowatts, because that's not... I won't work with that. Okay, just plugged into number 1. Contactors in the other cabinet are going, so we are in luck. We might be in luck. Let's see what the car says. I can also exit service mode because we know we got the right temperatures, and then the car will lock. 25, 31. Come on. 31 kilowatts. Are you fucking kidding me? Stupid total station here. So I guess it's a grid problem, maybe, and not a charging station thing. We're just gonna let it sit for a moment. We gotta go to McDonald's anyway. Maybe it fixes itself and gets more power from the grid, and if not, then we're just gonna go to another charging station. There are 2 more nearby, I think. Wow, what a bad experience. Should deliver 175, but not only 30. That's hella bad. So I was just talking on Twitter to some folks from the EV bubble, and they said, yeah, that's normal for ABBs that have broken cable cooling. And that seems to make sense, because then they're limited to 100 amps, and at 370, 350-ish volts that we are currently at, that's about 31 kilowatts. And you can also hear that you can't hear the cable cooling. That should be running here. Should hear the pump, but you can't. So that's fucking shit. We're at 18% state of charge. We're gonna head out to another charger where we can get some more speeds, and then we go to the supercharger. Stupid piece of crap. Let's unplug here. Awesome. Looking good. Let's jump back in and head to the next 150 kilowatt charger, which should give us more power than the 31 kilowatts we got here. Yeah, I'm just gonna look where we need to head and then put that in the car, and then we can charge faster. We found a charger from NBW at the next rest stop area thing, I think. 300 kilowatts theoretically, so a good LP-tronic hyperchargers there. Let's head to the Autobahn. We gotta go to the right and then get there with 6% state of charge. Should be no problem. I hope that worked out well. Car again thinking that we won't make it to the next charging station because it doesn't know that we're navigating to a charging station. So it tells us to charge, but no, we are planning to charge in 10 minutes. And there's a truck full of Teslas. Oh my god. You can see it there coming from Giga Berlin, I guess. Nice. Love to see it. Over there we got a huge solar park thing. It's called Solar Valley. It seems really awesome to see. I wonder how much capacity this has. Gotta be like 100 something kilowatts or more. Crazy. We are at 4% state of charge, and someone is actually charging here with his E2008. Let's just go there and check. Okay, the second charger is out of order, and are they still charging? Yeah, they are still charging. Let's see if we can go back there and reset one of. Oh, are they just unplugging? They are unplugging. Awesome. So we gotta go to this charger over there because this one's out of order. Okay, so just as I might have shown you in another video before, I just restarted the LP-tronic hypercharger from the NBW app. So let's hope that this resets it and it works again. Otherwise we'll have to wait for this one. Also over there are some new Ionity stations and the new supercharger, but they are all not online. So let's hope this one is gonna work, otherwise we gotta wait for this Peugeot to finish charging. So the reboot didn't help at all. They're still charging. I guess they're filling up to 100% or so, I don't know. We found an alternative charging station 9 kilometers away. We would be there with 2% state of charge, so it would be possible, but it's a risk. At least it says 4 out of 4 are available there. So maybe we're just gonna do that. Head over to the supercharger, look if it's maybe working. I don't think so, but it's worth a try, and then go to NBW 10 kilometers away. Why not? I don't know. We're at the charger at 2% state of charge. Let's plug in. They're green all the way. That's not unlocking. Now we go. Plugging in and authorizing. Contactors clicking. Looking good. Contactors in the car going as well. And here we go. Ramping up. Give us full beans. Full 150, come on. We're really low at 350 volts. But we can take all of it. Come on. Give us more. More power. Yeah, that's about all you can do. 400 amps at 366 volts. Pretty good. Yeah. Now let's see how long we charge here, and then we will definitely just hit superchargers on our way home, because we know the superchargers work. And I know what charging stations around home will work, but I have no idea how it looks here. So yeah, let's stick to the superchargers for the rest of our way home. Okay, so we got a plan for our way home. We're gonna charge for like 5 more minutes or so, then we're gonna head out because we're down to 117 kilowatts. We're hitting this supercharger next because there we can charge faster, because then it will precondition the battery. After that, we will hit the supercharger Münchberg North, which is a V3 with max 250. Then we will hit Feucht with 250 as well, also a V3, and then Satteldorf, which is also a V3 with 250, and then we should arrive at home pretty well. Maybe we're gonna take another stop somewhere around here. There are 3 superchargers between somewhere here shortly before Heidelberg and in Karlsruhe, so there are enough options for us to go, but right now we're at 30%, getting only 117 kilowatts, so we'll be arriving with 20%, so that's gonna be enough. Let's unplug and nope, that's the wrong here. Unlock charge port, unplug and head out. Then we're gonna have enough juice and then we can rip it. I also planned extra short charging stops, so we don't need to have to charge for too long and can rip it on the way, so that's good. Let's go, head out and have fun on the streets. Come on. And let's turn on climate again. Nice. Big traffic jam ahead of us, but we're exiting the highway in 1.1 kilometers anyway, because there's a traffic jam and we want to go to the supercharger, so it directs us a B road around the jam here to get to the supercharger a bit faster. So we should be there in 22 minutes. It's only 13 kilometers, but I guess there's also some traffic on the way to the next to the highway. I don't know. We'll see. We made it to the supercharger with 20% state of charge, so that's perfect. We just gotta find the superchargers, probably right next to Aligo. right down here on the left. Yeah, I can see the power cabinets already. That's pretty good. There's a lot of traffic, but we're gonna make it work. Gotta go in here. Yes. Let's see that we can get one spot. Okay, it's all V3, I would say, so it doesn't matter which spot we take. Let's just find some parking spot. That's really tight here. Okay, so plugging in somewhere and then seeing how much we need. Plugging in right now. We need 37% more to continue. So probably gonna go to like 60 to 70-ish. Let's see. Ramping up. 30 kilowatts, 50, 70, 90, 111, 133, 158, 155. It didn't precondition, why ever? Probably it was warm enough already, but 150 is fine for 21% state of charge. So let's just charge up as long as we're maybe here anyway. I'm gonna look if I can find something to eat and then we're gonna head out. We're at 75% state of charge. We got 16% buffer or something like that. Should be enough, and we're only getting 70-ish kilowatts, so time to go. Let's jump in. 17% buffer, no problem at all. Let's go to Supercharger Münchfeld, I think is the next one. 150 kilometers to go with 76%. That should be no problem at all. That's easy. 1.5 hours to go. Let's hope the traffic jam got better, but it looks good, I would say. So yeah, heading out now. Gonna rip it on the Autobahn. And here we are out of the traffic jam and the construction site, and we can rip it just as you do on the Autobahn. Going all the way to 200. Nice. Loving it. Look at this awesome wind park right in front of us. But all of the wind turbines are offline because of the solar that's generating power on end, because it's sunny as heck and not that windy, I guess. Or they're just disabled, I don't know. But still, pretty nice to see. Would be even better if they would also be generating electricity and not just standing around there. And yeah, but love to see it. We're 7 minutes out from the supercharger and we're already preconditioning. We're down to 5% state of charge. We should be arriving with 2, which is still 2 more than we need. So everything's fine. Also it's a supercharger, so it'll work. But yeah, we're ripping it using all the energy that we have because we have it. And now we're getting there with 3%. What the heck is going on? 2, there we go. Better. Yeah, should be getting good speeds in just a sec, and it went pretty well on this leg. Everything's fine, traffic is okay, not too many construction sites. It's going well, love it. And here we are at the supercharger. Nice V3 installation. Maybe we're gonna meet a friend here in just a sec. Let's go this side because those are V2s, and yeah, and let's rip it. Those lines aren't the correct ones. You're heading straight to a supercharger stall right behind us. Someone fucked up there. It's looking better. All right. Plugging in and charging up. We're at 3% state of charge. We need 34 more to get there, so we're gonna go to 50-ish%. Should be no wait time at all, basically. Ramping up. Here we go. This communication is so crazy fast, I love it. B3 ripping it. Can we get the full 170 that the car could take? 120, 136, 154. That's more than before. 168, 167. So, as we're used to. Nice! Just about to meet my friend from the community event in Hamm again. You can see his car already. I'm so sorry for the camera movements. We are so much charged up, enough to get going, because we talked with my friend with his nicely wrapped Model 3 over there. We are at, let me see, 98% state of charge, so definitely enough to go. 46% at the next supercharger is definitely too much, so let's get this north up and out so we can see where we need to go. Let's let the map load. We want to go maybe this one, 250 Satteldorf. Wasn't that where we planned to go? I am confused. Let's see. Remove charging stops. Ah, no. That would be the next after the one we plan to go to. 204 kilometers. Shouldn't be any problem. If we had to go to another one before, we could as a bailout option, but 8% on arrival should work. 200 kilometers with a full battery shouldn't be any problem. So let's do just that and head out. We're currently in a speed limited zone. We just weren't, and we were ripping with 170, 180. We're down to 4% state of charge on arrival. And we're still at 59% state of charge, so everything's fine. 118 kilometers to go, 1 hour and 12 minutes, everything's easy. We are preconditioning, we're 50 kilometers out from the supercharger, 31 minutes to go, and we'll currently be arriving with 18%. Let's see if we can get that number down a bit again, because there were some parts of the trip that, or of the leg, that we just couldn't rip it that much because there was traffic or construction sites or whatever, but let's hope we can rip it a bit more to get that number down. We just arrived with 17% state of charge. Couldn't get it any lower because there was just too much traffic, but we're plugging in, we're ready to charge, communicating, contactors are going, and we're ramping up. Going up to, let's hope we can get full speeds. We were preconditioning for quite a while. 90, 17, 126, 144, 164, 167. Pretty much all we can mostly take, at least from superchargers. I don't know why non-superchargers give us more sometimes, but it's okay. We're getting full speeds, so let's let that rip. We're gonna charge up to, doesn't show yet, so we'll see about that. We are at 78% state of charge. We're gonna be arriving with 15-ish%, so I guess I'm gonna go charging later this night to have some charge for tomorrow. Anyway, time to unplug. 169 kilometers to go. No problem at all. Ugh. Gonna get down, up from down, whatever. You know what I want to say, I hope, and if not, then, well, you don't. Why is this? That's not how it's supposed to be. Whatever. Good enough. Let's jump back in the car. Let's head out to the last leg on our trip. We're good to go? let's head out and rip it for the last 1 hour 45, almost 2 hours. Let go. We are almost at our destination, just about to leave the Autobahn, and we are at 19% state of charge currently. We will be arriving with 15, so everything's fine. We gotta pick up my friend's car so he can get to work tomorrow as well. So yeah, worked out pretty well. We're absolutely perfectly in time, just a bit before 8 when we arrive at his car, so that's awesome. And then we will be at home at shortly past 8. That's not too late for today as well, so everything worked out as planned after the pretty bumpy start to the trip today, I would say. So yeah, 12 more minutes and then another 10 or so minutes to get home, and then we're done with this road trip. Damn. We are almost at our final destination, which is home, and so let's have some short look at our stats. We created this Trip Poland odometer thing here, and until now we drove 2,940 kilometers in the last 5 days, I think. We only used 536 kilowatt hours, which is not that bad, and we had an average consumption of 18.2, which is, well, a bit higher than my lifetime average, which is 16.8, but also we kinda ripped it all the way through Germany where we could, so 18.2 is not that bad, if you consider since charge is 17.5 and we couldn't rip it all the way. So it's not that bad. Really have to say, good trip, worked out almost perfectly, except for the small little bits that we couldn't use superchargers or didn't use superchargers because of various reasons that you have seen. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with those statistics. I'm also pretty happy with the whole trip. Worked out just as we wanted it to, so that's awesome. And with that in mind, I would say, yeah, thank you so much for watching all of the parts. If you have missed some, they will all be in the according playlist, so you can binge them through if you missed one. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.